Hello there, and welcome to level 4 of Club PlayStation. Joining me today is Mr. Dan. How is it going today?
I'm doing good, other than my crappy internet.
Yeah, it's always a pain.
Yeah,
Hopefully a
nothing.
Ethernet connection in future weeks will
I
fix
will have to
said
invest in
problem.
that, like just a really long cord to run through my house, just one night a week.
There you go.
I'll have to do that. I
There you go.
mean, oh man, I had to reset my computer just to get this working properly, and you know, I feel it's a little better. Then again, I'm trying to be positive, so
Well, it's been a big week in PlayStation realm. Not only Gamescom, but
in our lives,
in
maybe.
our lives,
Yeah.
Today,
Oh, I've done a lot of PlayStation gaming. Actually, exclusive PlayStation gaming. I don't think I played
yeah?
one Nintendo game this week.
Wow.
I
That's
don't think
big
I
for
have.
you.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Now today, I did not intend to wake up and finish The Last of Us, but I did.
Oh, you finished The Last of
Because
Us.
I want to hear what happened today. Then I woke up and I watched something, and then I heard all this noise outside, and evidently my car got blocked in from these tree cutter things until like 3. So I just said, screw it, let me just put on The Last of Us, and it's 4:30, and I had finished the game. And it is an amazing game. Your hype was sufficient, and yeah, I loved it. And we will be doing a spoiler cast at some point in the near future. Now, something I did do afterwards is I watched the cinematics with commentary, and I'm now in the Grounded documentary, and I found it is very obnoxious that there's no way to fast forward. So right before the show, I had to exit out of that to get ready for the show. I'm about 40 minutes into it, and the only way I can get back to that on the download of Remastered is to watch that 40 minutes again. It is the stupidest thing to have an hour and a half documentary with no fast forward option. Or resume from last play. It baffles me. So, have you experienced any of the commentary or documentary part of this game?
I've actually, believe it or not, I never watched Grounded.
You are
Of all
such a
people,
hypocrite. You are
of all
such a hypocrite.
of all
Oh, I
people,
love The Last of Us. My favorite thing in the world. Favorite game of all time. You haven't watched Grounded? I don't believe you anymore.
and it used to not be available to everyone. It used to be a pre-order bonus
Well,
only.
now it's on. I was
So,
searching for it because I'm not going to go through the hassle of watching the 40 minutes. It's on YouTube on PlayStation's channel, so I have it on my watch later list along with The Last of Us One Night Live. So I'm going to watch both of those tonight, probably.
oh, One Night Live is great. Now that you've played the
Yeah,
game,
I don't want to watch it that time because that would just spoil the whole game.
well, now that I think you'll enjoy it. It was really good. I mean, it kind of brought tears to my eye that The Last of Us was getting like that attention. Like it was that big. Like
Well, it was
it's
a big
that game is
market.
that much appreciated that they took the time to do that to hype up
I don't
remastered.
think it has anything to do with that. Um, I think it has to do with. I think it has to do with.
Did you
More
just
the
add somebody to the
No,
call?
someone randomly tried to join, and I didn't think that was possible. Holy crap! I don't have some setting enabled. Crap! What did I do?
People are joining. I mean,
This is our ship
guys,
getting
please
hijacked.
please stop trying to join.
How
I
the
mean,
heck
I'm sure you're
did?
cool people, but
What did I do? What did I do to deserve that?
yeah, we don't deserve
I
this,
didn't
guys.
enable any setting to do that, did I?
I
Hope
actually saw one of the dude's face for like 10 seconds. He was like smiling, so he seemed happy that he
Okay.
got in.
Okay,
kinda-
that stopped. So hopefully we're not going
That
to get
that was
attacked
kind of
again.
weird. I'm just like, is this like Tim's
I had
way
to
of
invite
secretly?
certain people. I didn't like. Wow, that's weird.
I
Anyway,
was like, is this Tim's way of saying that certain people are now like in Club PlayStation?
no, not
Just
at
like
all.
they just pop in. Oh, I'm a new host. I'm like, okay.
But yeah, so I'm gonna watch those other two tonight. But
Watch.
such a good game. Such a good game.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a great game.
The second half, I really propelled through. I feel like the first half, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't until the second half that I was really immersed in this world and story and characters that I needed to keep playing and see it through.
Yeah, you don't really notice how they really care about each other until the second half. But the first half, I feel, is a really important part of the game. A lot of people
Oh,
say
it
they don't like.
establishes
A lot of
everything,
people
yeah.
say they don't like Summer, but actually, I feel just
The first half of the game is the
in terms of
scariest part
gameplay,
of the
I
game.
kind of like it. You know, I
It's
like
the
Summer.
The first half of the game is the scariest part of the game.
A lot of people like the winter season the best. So
That's the quickest by far, right? I mean, that's the shortest duration of gameplay, unless
I
my
feel.
mind was playing tricks. I mean,
everyone says it's like their favorite. So
yeah, we'll get into the full spoiler cast. I don't want to ruin anything. But
yeah,
it's good. And we'll do a spoiler cast on Left Behind separately when I do
Okay.
that at some point.
all right,
So.
that sounds cool. That one will be shorter, but we should get a good amount of content out of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Left Behind is some of the best standalone DLC ever. I mean,
Are
you
there
will
new
never you won't.
cinematics in Left Behind?
Yeah, there's cinematics.
Yeah.
You won't play a game like Left Behind really ever. Like it's just such
It's mostly
a.
story, right? To my understanding.
I'm not saying anything. I'll tell you. I'll just say this: it's not really like The Last of Us that much.
Really?
No, that's all I'm saying. But you'll love it.
Interesting. Okay.
You'll love it. You like Ellie, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you will love
Great
that
character.
game. You will love that. You will love that DLC. I'm convinced.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm very intrigued.
I'll give a nice, big, hilarious rant about that in our spoiler cast for the Left Behind. So we should do
Okay.
two separate. That'd be nice.
We will do two separate because then people that have only played. Last of Us,
You'll finish Left Behind in one sitting. So
It's what 4 hours,
they say it's 4 hours, but I've beaten it in less before. So
but I tend to take my time. So
it should be 4
I was
hours.
going to grab
for you.
my Vita to tell you how many artifacts I collected my first playthrough without any guides. It was around
Artifacts.
81 out of 114.
Oh, okay.
Is that pretty?
Yeah,
is that pretty good?
Yeah, that is. I mean, that means you were looking around. You can actually, you don't have to collect them all in one playthrough to get the trophies. You can go back to certain chapters to the ones you missed.
Now,
and grab them to get the
I did
trophies.
have a question about that because I could see the chapters now that I've finished it. I could see the collectibles in said chapter, but when I click on that chapter, it says "New Game." Is that making me start a new game rather than tack onto my existing game save file?
When you click New Game, I believe. Well,
So,
depends if you do New Game Plus. Because if you do New Game Plus right after, that's your next option. But you can do New Game and just do hard or normal
Well, my
again.
question is, like, I go in the chapter mode and I select a chapter. I'm not presented an option just to jump to that chapter, am I?
No, you can jump chapters. You beat the game. You can jump chapters now.
Because then I'm prompted after I select the chapter to select a new game to start.
Well, you can say if you were like missing one collectible in that chapter, you just wanted to grab it and leave. You can do that. You can grab it then quit. The
Okay.
game, your PSN account will remember that you grabbed that collectible.
Oh, so I start a new game, but it'll jump me to a chapter in that new game.
Well, you can just you can click under new game, and you
Yeah.
can go to, like chapter select, and then you can click what chapter you want. Say if you're there for one collectible you looked up online, grab it. You can just quit and then go do the next chapter you want.
Okay.
You can do
Now-
that, so it makes collecting
Now my
really easier.
equipment.
You don't have to play it again. That'd be ridiculous.
Now, how
So-
is the equipment handled? Like, do I get all the guns that I
They
have?
give you a certain amount of ammo. They give you a certain amount of supplies.
Okay.
Yeah, they decide for you.
They just said for me. Okay.
But if you decide to jump in like let's say the Pittsburgh level, okay,
Mhm.
and you just continue playing, you start with what they give you, and if you just keep playing, obviously whatever you use you don't
Sure.
have anymore. Whatever you find, you just go from there.
Gotcha.
But if you quit and skip ahead, they will give you random stuff again.
Okay.
That's
Interesting.
how I had the same question when I first played.
It's very.
because
I don't know.
they
it's
handle it
unusual.
because they handle it the way they handle Uncharted, where you can pick chapters, but Uncharted you don't like collect tons of things other than treasures to get 100%. But it's more of an 80s action kind of 80s
Yeah.
movie action kind of
Indiana
feel game.
Jones.
So, yeah, and everyone says like Indiana Jones. I mean, I feel it
Or
adds a
Tomb
lot
Raider, it's
more
been
than.
compared to a lot, right?
Yeah, I don't compare it to Tomb Raider
I've
at
never
all.
played either series, so I can't really.
I mean, one thing I find really annoying is people act like Tomb Raider is original. I don't think treasure hunting stories are that original, but
No, I mean Indiana Jones is where that stuff all
yeah,
not
that's
all
where
comes from.
the
But
where
that's
it's popular. Yeah,
yeah,
Naughty Dog wanted to do their own thing. Uncharted was a huge hit, but I don't really like the theme of the game that much. I like the characters more.
sure.
It's to me, it's the characters in the game that really why I like Uncharted. But they handle they handle The Last of Us the way they handle Uncharted. That's why I was questioning like, what about supplies and stuff? Because this is like a game where it requires a lot of thinking and stocking up and just different stuff. I guess they just give you random stuff.
Okay, interesting. Now, the audio recordings that you find in this game, is there any way to listen to those again? Because I can't seem to find that in the interface anywhere, either in the game itself or outside of the game.
No. That's the thing is you can't look at like artifacts from the main menu. You have to be in a chapter where you found it, and
Even in the game,
that
though?
is the one thing. Actually, that is one thing that does change. If you hop chapters,
Yeah,
you'll notice if you look in your bag, you don't have a lot of artifacts.
imagine not.
I mean, you won't have ones you previously collected, but you don't need to collect them again to get the trophies.
It would be easier to, in my
the
mind.
game remembers if you grabbed it in the past.
But in my mind, like, those collectibles will still be available for me to find again, right?
Yeah. They'll be on the ground
Yeah,
again.
I'd love if there's an
Like
option to,
they'll
like,
be in the
don't...
same. They'll be in the same exact spot. One thing I really like about the artifacts and the notes and stuff, it really, if you read them, it adds to the gameplay. I feel.
Oh, it does. That's the backstory
I mean,
more.
it adds a lot. So I mean, they're really important to me. They're not just things to do for 100%.
Sure.
You know.
Now, yeah, I do wish there was an option to say, hide the stuff I've already found, because that makes it harder to see what's new when you haven't...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's really hard. I mean, you gotta, honestly, if you really care enough, you gotta look at a walkthrough for depending on what chapter. But when you go to chapter select, before you click on it, it will tell you what you're missing and what's not. It'll say, like, okay, you got 10 of 11 artifacts in this chapter.
Right.
You got 5 of 7 Firefly pendants. You got 1 of 3 comics. Like, they'll do that. So, I mean...
Now, the Firefly pendants,
You know
I
if you're
don't think
close.
add much to the game, quite. I mean, they're nice.
No, they're just more collectibles, to be honest. Actually, the Firefly pendants was originally for a contest. If you entered an art contest for The Last of Us, and if you won, you got your name on one of the Firefly pendants.
Oh, that's cool.
A few of my friends are in the game. You might have collected my friend's Firefly pendant. Yep.
Really?
Well, not
That's
like
cool.
real life friends, like internet
friends, yeah, sure.
Yeah, like,
That's cool.
people I actually personally talked to. I mean, like, they were really talented people, or a few of them were, were just super close friends of Naughty Dog, so they automatically got in. Jealous of
Yeah.
them, but, like, this one friend of mine who's a super talented guy. I don't even know what's up with him right now. I don't know what he's up to, but, really talented guy. There was no doubt he was going to win. He got in, and he's actually like the first Firefly pendant in the game. So
Oh, very cool.
there's actually one for the bloater. You got to kill the bloater to get one of the Firefly pendants. And I'd be offended if I won and they made me the bloater. They made me they made me a guy who got infected first because I'm just like, really.
So, yeah, I think that's enough on The Last of Us for now. I did realize iTunes has soundtracks for both Left Behind and the original game. That's cool.
Yep. I actually have both. I was hyped when they released
Pre-order
the Left
bonus
Behind
as well.
soundtrack.
I thought that was at some point.
The soundtrack was a pre-order bonus. I actually have a physical copy of the soundtrack somewhere over here.
Look at
Do
you,
I
mister
have
that
it?
hasn't watched Grounded yet.
Oh, shut up,
So,
Tim.
so next week, can I expect that you would have watched Grounded? That
Yeah,
seems
because
like
now you're
homework.
harassing me to do
Seems
it.
like
I
homework
will-
assignment. It's on YouTube, pretty easy, and it's on your remastered game.
Dude, I have it. I mean, I had it before anyone else did.
I mean, it's a really cool documentary. Both of the commentary and this documentary feels like it's like a movie, and I like that kind of bonus extras like that. It's cool.
I mean, I've watched plenty of stuff from Last of Us documentary. There's tons more on YouTube. I was watching tons of it before the game came out, which is why I'm like I understand the gameplay a lot because I'm listening to developers explain it, like
Sure.
what they intended, and I tried playing the game like that, and I enjoyed it more. I feel like if I didn't watch some of these documentaries before playing the game, I would have played it completely different, and I might have not ended up liking it so much.
Yeah, possibly.
So they possibly didn't really deliver the message properly on how you should play this game. Cough, cough, cough. The Wonderful 101. Cough, cough, cough.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's a whole other story. But
They had a great Nintendo Direct for Wonderful 101 back in the day.
oh no, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about like not a lot of people were interested in that because they saw it was this game. I'm not really interested in getting a Direct. If it was a Zelda Direct, more people would have watched it. But that's besides the point. That goes down with a whole other topic of, okay, I'm sick of Nintendo releasing the same IPs. I want them to do new IPs, and then they skip the Wonderful 101. They don't pick up Bayonetta 2. They don't pick up anything else that's not Mario and Zelda. I'm like, shut up.
So, I played this game, Dan, exclusively with the PS Gold wireless headset, which you are now an owner of as well.
Yep.
How are
Got
you
mine
finding,
with my DualShock 4. I ordered them at the same time.
How are you finding the headset? Have you used it?
I haven't opened it yet.
Seriously?
I decided I was going to leave it in the box for Club PlayStation.
Are you going to open it during the show or something? Or?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I mean, the hype. It's an unboxing on the podcast. Why
Oh
not?
boy.
Come on, here we go, guys.
I mean, I'm gonna spoil it and say it's not that exciting of a box.
Oh, come on, Tim. Tim, this is a big deal.
It's got
This
the
is a big
headphones
deal.
in there.
7.1 surround sound, man. This is going to be a big
will
deal.
tell you,
Holy
this
shit.
is-
Greatness awaits. Look at that. Greatness awaits.
Great audio awaits your ears.
Okay, all right. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not John. Yeah, I called you out, John. Shut up. Shut your phone off, John. I heard that in Club Xbox. That was ridiculous.
At least
That was obnoxious, John. Turn that off. Turn your ringtone off.
Okay, continue.
I'm hearing it. I just called John out.
You don't need to.
Okay. Oh, it's just a headset.
There's more in there underneath. There's more stuff hiding.
I was joking. You mean it's just a headset?
But I will
Okay.
tell you, it's so awesome that...
So is it, like, comfortable?
It's comfy, yeah. You can-
Okay. This is a
Oh,
weird
you already have
packaging.
headphones on, so it'd be a little hard. But it is...
This is weird.
It is pretty awesome that Sony is basically doing something cool with your plastic was making too much noise. So I was going to talk while you get the plastic out of its wrapping. I love that they have profiles for all these games. And how do I
I have
There
to
you go.
unmute myself.
Okay,
Remember
there you
we
go.
did that level 2 or something?
Yep.
Oh, what the hell? It bends.
Did they bend up for portability? I don't know. They're not that portable.
I'll be honest with you, Tim. I know you were like hyping this up like crazy, but I wasn't
Yeah.
really listening to you.
Okay.
I wasn't listening.
Well, I was
just like,
saying-
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
So basically, I was saying it's pretty awesome how developers are developing sound profiles for this headset. I'm gonna. Yeah, is it comfy? Is it comfy?
Oh my god. Those things block off sound.
They're not 100%, but they're pretty good. Just
No,
with
I mean like I
covering
just
your
plug it
ear.
in. I'm trying to listen to you. I can't even like hear you with these on.
But yeah, I was saying basically it's really cool how developers are able to develop sound profiles for this headset.
And The Last of Us Remastered has it.
Last of Us, Infamous Second Son. Pretty much every first-party Sony title is going to get one, and I imagine some of the bigger third-party
Okay.
ones would as well.
So, can you plug a mic into this?
It's integrated into it. It's hidden away. It is in there.
Okay, so I can use this as a headset.
You totally can. There's a mic in there. You have no idea where it is. Even I don't. It's somewhere in there.
Okay, so could I use this in Club PlayStation? How cool would that be?
I don't think the audio quality will be greatest. We can try it.
Oh,
once
that's
to see what
lame. Hold on,
happens.
give me a sec.
I'm not sure how good the mic is, to be fair. But
I don't know. I kind of look stupid, but then again, I kind of look stupid with this thing on. So
yeah. Either way.
greatness awaits, Tim. So
But,
what else is in here?
You got cords
pretty heavy.
and stuff. There is a 3.5 millimeter adapter, so you can use it with your Vita, with your Xbox One, and Wii U gamepad.
Well, you got to buy an accessory for your Xbox One, right?
Yeah, you need the adapter for your head. Yeah.
All right,
It's
so
fantastic. But
yeah, I got
it is a
tons
cool
of
piece
crap
of
in
kit.
here.
It is a cool piece
I
of
got
kit.
whatever this thing
Yeah.
is,
It's a little
and
baggy for your cords.
a cord and a USB drive thing.
That is what enables it to be wireless, Dan. So you plug that into your PS3, PS4, or Windows computer, and that will just automatically transmit that audio to your headset.
And
now, that
this
is
to
not
charge it?
replaceable. That is not replaceable, Dan. So do not lose that USB dongle. Otherwise, you'll be really angry because it's
Oh, throws it. Okay.
irreplaceable. That's another purchase. You have to buy another headset if you lose that, basically.
Oh God, I'll
So-
just leave
so
it plugged in.
watch-
I'll just
have
leave it
care-
on my PS4 at all times.
Yes, have careful eyes on that.
Okay,
or your
so
PS3. Yeah.
what's this for to charge it?
Yes, that can
Okay.
charge it, but what I tend to do is just use my PS4 charging cables. It's the same
Okay.
end.
And I forget what you said this was.
That's just a baggie for your cables.
Oh, it's a bag. It looked like a
Yeah, a
cloth.
little bag.
Okay.
It's a little bag.
All right, so that way you won't lose it. But then again, the thing's tiny, so I think you would anyways. And then you got this thing. Oh, headphone jacks or something.
Yeah, so you'll hook that up to your Wii U gamepad. Do you use that on your Wii U as a headset?
You can use this on your Wii U.
You absolutely can. You
Doing
can
it.
use-
I'm
You can use
doing
it on your
it.
Vita as well.
Jeez.
I did Mario Kart 8 last week with that.
Funny
Yeah.
story about my Vita, actually.
Did it
It
break?
wasn't until Sony announced the Vita was dead until I started loving it.
Huh. What has made you fall in love with it?
I've been playing tons of Vita games on it.
Like
I mean,
what?
I've been playing Rayman Legends, Rayman Origins.
Mhm.
Just having those games on a handheld like that. I mean, I know Origins was on 3DS, but I mean, like, come on. I mean, I've played Origins on
Yeah,
3DS. No,
That's a bad port. It's a bad port.
It's shit on 3. If you play, okay, if you want
Now,
Rayman
Legends
Origins,
on Wii U is the definitive version.
I agree. Even though my buddy says on 360 it's fine. My
I
buddy
can't
says-
understand how that game functions without a touchscreen of some kind.
I don't know. I mean,
It cannot
it was
be as
built.
good.
Rayman Legends was built for touchscreen, which is why it's great for Vita because of it plays on Vita similar to the
Yeah,
Wii U
sure.
version. Same exact way, but I don't know what they do with the Murphy levels on.
It's got to be like half the
on
game's
360,
gone. It's gotta be
X1,
awful.
PS4.
Or they map your entire touchscreen to a single button, which isn't accurate enough because you're doing more than just tapping the screen
Okay, so overall, my impressions of this headset,
without listening to anything on it.
I like it so far.
Yeah.
I mean, it's shiny. I just bought it. It's new, so.
It is nice and blue. They're doing a white one coming out with the Destiny bundle pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
But,
A lot of people are getting that bundle.
They are.
A lot of people.
Club Xbox getting that bundle.
Yeah.
So
I heard
yeah,
John.
you'll
I
have to
heard
let
John's
us-
getting that bundle too. John said the other day on Twitter.
I don't think so.
John said the other day on Twitter the Xbox One sucks. I quoted him. He said
You're being
Xbox One
ridiculous.
sucks. He said it.
Dan, stop trolling. You're so annoying when you troll like this. I just gotta call you out on it, you know.
All right, fine. Call me
So
out.
you'll have to give us
Just like
our-
how your me looks creepy, I'll call you out.
You'll have to give us your full impressions next week after you've played with the headsets and heard audio.
This
and
probably
things.
just created another playthrough of The Last of Us for me.
Probably, because I'll tell you, audio will change the way you experience that game, especially if you were playing in like crappy TV speakers before, built-in integrated TV speakers.
Yeah,
Much different
that's
experience.
actually all I've been playing. I played with surround sound once
Yeah,
at my buddy's house, and I'll tell you what, it made me way better at the game.
it's amazing because you can. Hear
I could
people,
tell if
like,
there was enemies behind you or not.
Mhm. And that headset does the same thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, but sneaking past infected, I don't know. I'm not gonna like that.
What?
Just saying, it's gonna
Why?
creep me out. I don't know.
It's pretty creepy, but what I do instead of sneaking is just let's let loose and kill them. You know?
But anyways, like I was saying, I actually been enjoying the fuck out of my Vita lately. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, you've played the Vita. Obviously, you have it. I mean, like the games you
I have
played,
it.
you've enjoyed on it, right?
And Tearaway is the only real game I've spent considerable time with.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm using it for PS4 games.
I mean, yeah, remote play. Which I did use remote play with Knack last night.
Isn't that
Just to
great?
test it out for the
Isn't
show.
that perfect?
Yeah, it seems like it's the ultimate game for remote play
Because the
it doesn't
controls,
require those stupid triggers that barely work on this thing.
well, controls are just dead simple. It's SNES controls. You got a D-pad and 4 face
So
buttons.
I'm actually curious. When you remote play with your Vita, I believe the corners are L3 and R3.
It's mappable per game.
Okay, yeah,
So
because I
each
know
game
the
developer does something
touchpad.
different.
The touchpad is buttons too.
It
I know
depends on
that
the
for a
game.
fact.
Every
Okay.
remote play game is different. It's up to the developer, actually.
Okay. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I've been playing tons of Vita games lately on this thing. I mean,
Yeah?
I've been tons of Rayman Origins, a lot more Rayman Legends, because
That's the better game, right? Am I right there?
they are both good games, but Rayman Legends blows Origins out of the water. When Origins came out, everyone said it was like the best thing ever. But then when Legends came out, everyone was like, "What is Rayman Origins?" And I agree because Rayman Legends is such a fantastic game. Has so much more content, so much more modes, even has Origins levels in it.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just
Now-
the ultimate Rayman game.
Now, Dan, I heard Jack
great.
and Daxter collection is not the best on the Vita, that the PS3 is the version to play.
Oh God,
Is that
yeah.
pretty accurate?
Oh yeah, the Vita version of Jack is ridiculous. It's like a joke, and they could easily fix it with a patch too. That's how.
Is it
that's
just
what it annoys
frame rate
me.
issues, or what's up with that?
Frame rate issues, controls.
Controls? Huh.
In Jack 2, you ride Zoomers
Yeah.
through like an open world city, and it's really hard to. In certain missions, you're going to need to know how to control one of them. I mean, but just moving on to the next mission, it's not really a problem. But you gotta play the game to understand it. But there's parts where you can move up and down. And they made the touchpad, like you hit the touchpad to make the zoomer move down, so you can dodge other cars
See,
in your way.
touchpad is
And it's
should never be
annoying because
used
it barely works. It doesn't work.
Touchpad should never be used for a button mapping. It's good as a mouse cursor kind of
Oh,
thing.
I like it in Tearaway. Touchpad in Tearaway is great.
Yeah, because your finger goes through the console. It's great.
Well, other than that, I mean, just when you have to use it to bounce, that
Oh,
works
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I mean, Tearaway is a fantastic platformer, and it was built for Vita, and I do like that. That's why I love this new reimagining of the Tearaway Unfolded on PS4.
Yeah, because they're going to reimagining it, as you said.
I mean,
for
like
PS4.
people are saying it's the same game on PS4, but I don't really think it is.
Nope,
I
it's
mean,
going to be totally different.
I mean, they're adding new power ups and new
Like the interface is going to be way
things.
different, and it's going to be a bigger world.
Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, it's it's still the same theme. You gotta the messenger has to deliver his message, like in Tearaway. Other than that, it's gonna be a completely different game.
Now,
I think, at least.
back briefly to The Last of Us, just to mention frame rate issues in Jack and Daxter. I noticed they were showing footage from the PS3 game, and oh my gosh, that the 30 frames per second was noticeable. The graphics, it's like, wow. I mean, it doesn't. I could tell a difference for sure between PS4 and PS3.
Did you test out on remastered? Did you lock it in 30 just to see what it looked like?
No,
You can do that. You go to the
I know you
options, you go to
can.
display.
I
do
didn't
it all
want
the
to get
time.
comfortable that way.
Eventually, your eyes adjust. Like, I played it like twice in a row on PS4, so I was used to 60 frames. But your eyes adjust to the 60 frames per second 1080p.
Yeah.
But you can set it back, obviously, and it looks way different. I do that sometimes just to remind me how much better it looks, because
I've heard it looks more
your eyes do
cinematic.
adjust.
Here it looks more cinematic, but I just feel like that doesn't look good. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I mean, I think, on the PS3 for when it came out, even, I mean, this is why it blew my mind, because The Last of Us is a PS3 game. It's a mind-blowing game, It's ridiculous how good it looks for a PS3 game. So when they remastered it on PS4, I'm just sitting there thinking, I wasn't
looks
a believer
lot better,
until I
though.
played it.
Looks a lot better.
It is a lot better, but I was just like, come on, it's not that better. I mean, you guys are just hyping it up because it's The Last of Us. Shut up. And then I play it. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's holy crap.
Yeah.
I can never go back. Everyone was saying that, but I thought they were biased because they worked for Naughty Dog.
Sure.
So, I
So,
just thought they were being
Dan,
biased. But
Let's move on. I wanted to ask if you are going to get Diablo 3 at any point in the near future.
it depends on if I have a reason to. Like, if someone wants to get it and play it with me, I'll think about it. I've
Yeah.
never played Diablo 3 on PS3, so.
Yeah, I guess it's coming out
And
this
there's
week.
bloaters in it, Tim. And
On the
clickers and
PS3
runners.
version, there are.
No, PS4 version.
Or PS4 version. That's what
Only the PS4 version.
That's kind of interesting.
Runners, clickers, and bloaters are going to be in the game.
As like the main villains, or
Oh, no, they'll just be enemies you fight in the game. Like, I'm sure
Okay.
there'll be other Diablo enemies in the game. I didn't really play much of Diablo that much. I've played a
I've
little
never
bit of
touched one.
I've played a little bit of Diablo 2 on my friend's laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a flight to Chicago, and I liked it.
Yeah.
So, and then Diablo 3 wasn't
It's
out
getting
at the
good
time,
reviews
so.
though. It's getting 9s and stuff. It's up there.
Well, it's Diablo 3, so, you know.
I
they're
guess
gonna, they're gonna
it's a
keep
good-
releasing that game as much as they can instead of making a new game, so.
Yeah. I guess it's a good reimagination of or not just remastering.
I don't know what's
stuff.
different about Diablo 3 on PS3 and PS4, though.
Well, looks are one. The PS3 version I heard looks atrocious.
I wouldn't know. All I know is that there's just more content in the PS4 version. I'm
Yeah.
sure it looks 1080p, 60 frames. I mean, that seems to be a big remaster trend right now for next-gen consoles, so.
This week we also get Hotline Miami for the PS4. Kind of cool.
For a minute, I thought you were about to say Hotline Miami 2. I was like, really? I was just like, oh.
It has exclusive
Hotline
controller features. I don't know what that is.
Is
Maybe you'll have a flashlight.
Is it cross-buy with PS3 and Vita?
I don't know.
Because I'll get it for free if it is. Because I bought the game the minute it came to PS3. That was one.
I'm not sure.
You see, I used to not play indie games on PC, or games on PC in general, no matter how good they were. Hotline Miami was an example of that. It was also why I was super jealous of Xbox owners when Minecraft was new on Xbox and wasn't on PlayStation. I was
Sure.
so pissed about that. But Hotline Miami was a huge example of that, because then I heard that was coming to PlayStation. I freaked out, because that was one game I really wanted to play, and then I played it forever once it
Yeah.
released on PlayStation.
So,
PS3
before we
stuff.
move on, live question.
Oh,
I think I know the answer. Your favorite Naughty Dog game. Is it The Last of Us? Or can you not compare your favorite children? You know, they're all wonderful cupcakes of different flavors.
hold on.
I know Crash Bandicoot is not up in the running at all. I'm
can't
guessing it's The
decide.
Last of Us.
Oh, it's definitely not Uncharted 1. Uncharted 1 is a great story, but beyond that, oh my god, I can't stand it. Sorry, Naughty Dog. I don't know if anyone from Naughty Dog is watching this. I highly doubt it, but
Never know.
you need to remaster Uncharted 1, I'm just saying, because I love that game, but there's just things about it that make me hate it.
Okay.
But 2 and 3 are masterpieces, so
Okay.
oh my god. Okay. The Jack Collection is so awesome, but I can't put it in. It has to be between... You love how I'm holding multiple Last of Us copies
Sure,
on
sure.
accident? Whoops.
Well,
Sorry,
initially,
guys.
Dan,
I
I
actually
thought-
grabbed 5 copies of The Last of Us.
That's what I thought, Dan. You're just holding up all the copies of The Last of Us. You had like 10 copies in your hand or something stupid.
Oh, okay. It's between Uncharted 2, 3... Okay, screw it. 3's good, but it's between Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us. That's simple.
Yeah? Okay.
Neil Druckmann FTW. His shit's better. Sorry, everyone else. I love you guys,
He's the
too.
guy that wrote both of those?
He was, like, in charge of Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us.
Okay.
I mean...
No, I gotta say, the end credits of The Last of Us, they just named everybody that works at Sony. It's like, oh, you are a lawyer. You're in the credits.
I will say though, after Uncharted 2 finished, they divided into 2 teams: the Last of Us team and then the Uncharted 3 team. And not a lot of people liked Uncharted 3 that much, which is honestly I feel like is because Uncharted 2 was such a good game. They're being stupid because Uncharted 3 is an amazing game, but other people don't see it that way. So they were
does
kind of
that
bummed
mean
out
they're
when
doing Uncharted 4 and then another mystery game that hasn't been announced because they have 2 teams now?
they're working on 2 games right now.
Could it be Last of Us sequel?
It probably is, to be honest.
'Cause I would
mean,
like that. I don't know.
But then again, I really don't know how that would work out because Neil is working on Uncharted 4 right now.
you can't
but-
work on 2 things at once, I'd imagine.
I mean, it seems like from recently, it seems like The Last of Us is just like Neil Druckmann's thing that he has to overview everything. Even the movie, he's supervising the movie.
Yeah, I guess the movie.
The comics, he wrote the comics. Like anything that's like The Last of Us, it seems like he has to be involved in. That's just like my opinion. I feel that goes back to previous histories with Jack and Daxter, with letting someone else just casually make a Jack game and that thing flopping like
And
crazy.
I did
And
read
being
today,
awful, so.
The Last of Us is basically a retelling of a game's storyline. It's not going to be something else. It's going to be pretty
Well,
strictly to the game.
I was reading that there's going to be different stuff in it. I mean, like they're saying they're having a really hard time turning the game into a movie.
Well, I mean, the cutscenes alone are a good hour, probably.
Well, yeah, but that'd be kind of pathetic if they just took if they
What I'm
literally just took
saying
the game.
is, what I'm saying, Dan, is if these cutscenes, which generally are short and have lots of gaping holes in it for full story, it'll be like a long, long movie if they didn't do something about that.
Yeah, true. I mean, I personally want them to, you know, add more to it. I don't want them to just follow the game storyline.
Well, they're going to adapt it for a film art form. It's a different art form and has to be treated differently.
that's definitely true. I mean,
It's like taking the Lord of the Rings. You can't. The book and the movie have to be different because it's a book and one's a movie. So.
Yeah.
But the other question about The Last of Us, I guess, here is, what's your least favorite thing about it? If you had to choose like one aspect of the game, is there anything that is the least appealing about it for you?
That is a really good question because a day ago I actually said this to myself. Let's see. I can't think of it right now, but a day ago I was complaining about something in The Last of Us and I said, okay, this is like the one thing I would change about it. And I can't think of it right now. I don't really know.
I would say...
Crap.
I don't know if I can say this, though.
Say it.
Horse riding? Is that a spoiler to say you ride a horse?
Who cares?
So you ride a horse.
Honestly, that doesn't spoil the story.
I think the horse riding is very, very poor as far as its control and just how it feels.
I would just say that whole scene of the game in general wasn't that necessary.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
We'll get more into that in the spoiler cast.
Yeah, I will say that
there's
for
a lot
me-
more I want to add to that whole horse scene because I have a few arguments that say it's needed to be in the game.
I'm just saying the mechanics of horse riding aren't. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel.
I mean,
like
it
a
doesn't
good
feel
thing.
fun.
No.
I mean, I would say it doesn't feel fun.
And I've had different games that I've ridden horses that.
I
feel a
will
lot
say
better.
the best part about that scene is just like looking at the environment. Beyond that, it's not that fun. That part of the game.
Totally.
Well, I mean, like, and that's a good thing though. It's like it's not that long. It's just a few seconds. So.
Sure. So yeah, for me that's probably it. But let's move on. I think we should dive into Knack because I finished Knack single player. You've been playing Knack. Have you finished Knack? How far are you in this wonderful masterpiece of a game?
Oh, Knack, man.
Because I love Knack. I'm not being joking when I say it's a masterpiece. It's not a masterpiece, but it's a very good and entertaining game. I had fun with it.
I don't like it.
What don't you like about it? Because I will argue on this one because I enjoyed it as a single player game at least.
I mean, I will admit, I've played it for 2 sessions now. Okay, I'm on like chapter 6. Okay.
Okay. There's like 13 chapters, I believe.
Yeah, I'm on chapter 6. I did the whole thing co-op with my friend so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I bought the second DualShock 4. He doesn't like the game that much. I mean, at first we were enjoying it. Said we don't really understand why people are saying this is a bad game. This is fine. And then we needed a break after we got to chapter.
Well, how
4.
long were your sessions? Because I don't think this game lends itself to really long play sessions. I find it's really fun.
Yeah, that is the one
playing a
thing I noticed.
Yeah,
that
play
is the one
chapter
thing I
at a
noticed.
time.
Is if you try playing too much of it, like if you try binge gaming Knack, you're not gonna like Knack. But if you play a little bit at a time, you will like it.
Yeah, I played chapter by chapter over 13 different.
Because I will say, first play session was about the end. We ended. I'll just say, okay, that got boring fast. Like, you know, I mean, like, I didn't really want to play more. But later that night, oh, crap, I really want to play Knack now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to play Knack, but my friend was gone. I even tweeted about it. I don't know if you saw my tweets, but I've been saying all week, okay, Gemini needs to come over because I want to continue playing Knack. but the gameplay gets really repetitive.
If you
That's the
play it
one
in
thing.
one big burst, I feel like it's designed as a
Yeah,
chapter at a time. That's where it excels.
yeah. Honestly, it seems like Knack is more designed to be like a mobile game. To be honest, like a PS Vita game, I'd say, because handheld
It does
gaming.
work great on the Vita
Well,
off gameplay.
what I meant in general, because handheld gaming, is just like on the go. I mean, if you're going somewhere, you're not going somewhere to play a handheld game. You want to play a video game, so you pull out your Vita or something, right?
Hmm.
Just think about it. So I mean, like shorter play sessions, like that's why I think Knack would be perfect on a
Still, a
handheld.
chapter is what, 30 minutes to an hour?
It chapter does take time. I would say a half hour because we got the chapter. Actually, I just did the math wrong.
I
We
mean,
got
I,
the
I
chapter
think it
four.
works
I didn't
fine
play
on a
4
home
chapters.
console, but they're just not long play sessions, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it just we were having a lot of fun because we were friends
Hmm.
and joking around while playing Knack, but beyond
Yeah.
that, we weren't really enjoying the game that much. We weren't
So I
like,
was-
this game is awesome. We weren't like, this is such an awesome co-op game.
I
We
really
weren't like
enjoyed the
that.
story. There was a twist in there that I enjoyed. There,
Okay, oh my god, don't tell me. Oh, damn it. He's gonna win this stupid bet. We think that Victor's the villain.
is Victor the guy the owner of Knack, pretty much?
Oh no, the dude who looks like Tony Stark, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
You're
who
not
the
very
hell
far in the
Tony
game, are you?
Stark is. No, Chapter 6. We just started Chapter 6.
I would have thought that stuff would have been revealed by now.
The guy who owns the robots. He seems like kind of the enemy. He doesn't think he's the enemy. He thinks another main character is the enemy. That would be very Jack and Daxter-like if he was. I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
That'd be
There's
very...
multiple enemies.
Okay, so I could be wrong. But so far the story seems kind of stupid, to be honest. Doesn't seem
I
like...
enjoyed it for what it was. It's better than a Mario story. I'll give him that to it.
But would you pay $60 for Knack?
I don't pay $60 for any game.
Okay. Okay, would you pay $60 for The Last of Us? Did you enjoy it that much? Was it that? Do you think when it launched at 60, and the reviews from your perspective, the playthrough? I know you paid 50, but
Yeah, I paid 50. That's why I paid 55 because of the 10% back. But
oh, okay.
yeah,
But,
still, or 45. Sorry.
I mean, you enjoyed the game a lot, right?
Yeah,
like, you
sure.
understand-
a $60
you-
experience. Sure, fine.
Yeah, exactly. Do you really feel like Knack is a $60 experience? I mean,
Well, when you compare,
I think it's a $30
So,
experience. I
Dan,
paid $30 for Knack, and
when you
I
compare
mean,
that-
I don't. I'm not like I want my money back. I like it. I just don't think it's
Dan.
that great.
you got to see what else is $60 though, because like Angry Birds is $50 on the consoles. So this is definitely $60 games. And Angry Birds is 50.
And
You gotta
Xbox
put-
Live Gold used to be a scam, Tim.
It used to be, but I'm saying
It
you
used
have to
to
put
be.
it all relative.
When Angry Birds, jeez,
Angry Birds is a scam at 50. That's crazy.
I don't know why this just reminded me of it, but here's my PlayStation shirt
Oh, very nice. I like
Yeah.
that.
for the show.
It's
I know
symbols.
no one's ever gonna see it because of my name, but
It's all right. It's all
I mean, I
right.
could just do that. But then I'm
Then you
Batman
don't see your
again.
face. That's not good. But yeah, I would not pay $60 for this, but I pay $60 very rarely for any game because I always wait for sales, or I have Best Buy Gold or Members Club where I get 20% back automatically. Like $48. Like I'm getting Destiny for like $38, I think, or something stupid.
Okay,
Um,
Destiny for $38.
or something.
Oh yeah, because your Best Buy thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 48. Then I got $10 back from the pre-order. Then I got another $10 back in a Best Buy certificate. So it's actually 28, maybe. Yeah, it's cheap. But anyways, it's a great game. If this was launched, at
I'm
PlayStation 4,
excited to see more of the story because you say it has like a twist and
It's got some quiz. It's got some excitement in there.
okay.
But,
The only thing that's I'm at the part right now where they get captured.
okay.
And, okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't care about spoiling Knack. It's not The Last of Us. I'll
I mean,
spoil
there's-
Knack.
I don't
want
want to spoil. There's some good moments in there later on. I don't want to ruin it for you. But I will
Okay,
say, if this
okay.
was launch of PS4 and there's a few games I can buy, Knack I would be comfortable paying the full price for because it was brand new and that's one of the best launch games, I'd probably say. Is that fair?
Reviewers don't agree with you, but that's
Well,
your
reviewers
opinion,
had the binge on it, which we both agreed is a terrible way.
Oh yeah, they had the binge on it to get
This
the
is the
review out.
worst reviewable game if you're doing it.
That is the one thing with reviews for a job is, oh crap, it's work. You know, it becomes work, so you're not really gonna enjoy it as much. That's what it is. I mean, like a game like The Last of Us, for them was work, and they still gave it a 10. Just saying.
Well, The Last of Us does lend itself better to longer play sessions than that.
I agree. Knack, it seems like it's designed more for short play sessions, but that's only because it has really repetitive gameplay. And it does. You have to admit, the gameplay is super competitive.
They do introduce new elements as you progress through the game. You'll notice some of those.
This is why I'm excited to find Rise for $30, Tim, because it's Xbox One's Knack.
It's got. Well, it's Xbox One's. I'm not gonna say The Last of Us, but it's a cinematic game like The Last of Us.
Okay, but it's Xbox
Just not
One's
of quality.
Knack.
This is like we're going from like Michael Bay with Rise to like Ridley Scott with Last of Us, or not. I'm just saying quality wise.
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Like, I watched tons of gameplay on Rise because I was thinking about buying Rise the minute I got my Titanfall bundle.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here looking at it. I'm just like, wow, he just did the same moves, the same exact move for the last 10 minutes.
Well, I heard you just press one button the whole game, and that's how Rise works.
I
hear
mean,
it's fun.
I hear the story is interesting.
Yeah, so I'll get it when it's on Deals with the Gold for $30.
I want a physical copy.
Because you want to return it?
I mean, you showed me that Best Buy deal. I'm like, nope, not 35, 30. My limit is 30.
Yeah,
30 for
that's
Rise.
good. You gotta be
30
strict
for
with
Dead
your
Rising.
budget.
30 for Knack. That's my limit for what people say are mediocre next-gen games.
But Knack has some good post-play content as well. There's a lot of coming back to it outside the story that is good to come back to.
Oh yeah, you unlock different kinds of Knacks, like Vampire Knack
and there's like arena
Dark
modes
Knack.
and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and it seems like if you're a trophy hunter, Knack isn't a pain in the ass to platinum. I mean, you could do it
There's a lot of
just
things in there.
I know, but I mean, like, I feel like it's not a pain in the ass platinum.
Sure.
You don't have to give up your life. It's just like you would have to spend time doing it, but it wouldn't be that difficult. So if you're a trophy hunter, I feel Knack would be a good game for you to play.
Sure.
So there's a lot of benefits of playing Knack, I feel. Knack's not a bad game, but it's not like it's not that great. I think, at least. As a co-op game, I mean, you can't binge co-op. You can't. As a Vita game, it'd be fine. I think
It's great. Off TV play, man.
Oh yeah, that's one thing is I found Knack less boring when I was tired laying in bed. Like, I enjoyed it more. Like, I was doing a second playthrough to try to earn more trophies because I've been in a trophy mood lately.
Second playthrough of existing chapters because you didn't beat it yet.
I just started a new game because I'm doing a co-op.
Oh, so you're doing a
with my
single-player game
friends
and a co-op game.
at the same time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm doing 2 playthroughs of Knack right now. But I am not enjoying Knack as much as Towerfall Ascension.
That I heard it's only a multiplayer game. Is that accurate?
No, you can play it by yourself.
Oh, that's right. I did play by myself.
There is a quest mode, but what is best about Towerfall Ascension is the arena fights. Me and my buddy today, actually, part of the reason why I almost ran late to Club PlayStation tonight is because of Towerfall. I mean, the reason I ended up being late was because of internet problems, but...
So you should just plan 30 minutes ahead of time, be setting up, because it'll take 30 minutes to get set up every time.
Next time I plan on that, but Towerfall was so fun playing with my friend. We couldn't put it down. I'm just like, okay, one more.
Yeah,
One
I
more.
played the single-player experience, but
I remember you talking about that
okay.
with... I remember you talking about Towerfall. You say it has no online multiplayer. Is that true?
It doesn't, does it?
Yeah, so... well, I don't know for sure, but I remember you saying that or something.
It does not, to my knowledge.
Okay, so the PlayStation Share Play
Yes, that would be awesome.
awesome, but new details were revealed. You can only do it for 60 minutes at a time.
Now,
which is a
How
shame. But that's
accurate
enough
do
for
you
Towerfall. That's
Now,
enough.
how accurate do you think that actually is?
Apparently, Sony said it.
Is this from someone that doesn't know what the heck they're talking about, like the Xbox One press people were? Like, I don't buy it until
I was reading a few articles. I watch a few news videos on Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo, and it came up multiple times. So it seems like everyone's talking about it. I don't know where the hell they got their source, but everyone's saying that more details were have been shared about SharePlay, and you can only do it for 60 minutes at a time.
Regardless, it's going to be in beta when it launches, I presume, and they'll get feedback and adjust it as needed, right?
Yeah, maybe it'll be longer. Who knows? Because I mean, you really don't want to give out like if you do SharePlay, certain people will never have to buy a video game again, and they want people to still buy PS4 games.
Well,
so it's more of demoing. SharePlay is more of demoing. Like play your buddy's game from your house through his PS4. I like this game. I think I'm going to get it so I can actually play it longer.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think it's Sony's ambition of we don't have couches anymore. I mean, so we're going to make virtual couches because local co-op experience is great, but we're going to bring local to the internet, kind of like. It does
that's
the
what I
you're
like.
saying.
That's one thing that I will be taking advantage of is with SharePlay. Example, my buddy that we were playing tonight, he's getting a PS4. Obviously, he'd have PlayStation Plus. I mean, if you have a PS4, you should have PlayStation Plus. I'm just going to say that. It's a good service.
Everyone should have PlayStation Plus, even if you don't
It's
have
a great
Sony.
service.
You don't have a
Any
Sony
place,
console.
any,
Sign
any,
up for it
yeah.
and just download the games.
Yeah, and then
so
when you
have
get
them
one,
for the future.
Jesus Christ, you don't know how big my backlog is of just PlayStation Plus games.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
it's getting big for me too.
I actually didn't get Towerfall for free, but they were giving that out. I bought it on launch.
Oh, you did? I got it for free, yeah. But I bought Fez, so it kind of evens out, right?
You bought Fez.
Because that was the first game I had to buy on my PS4.
Oh, that's great. That is great. But I will say, it's fun. It's really competitive.
Is it the Smash Brothers of Sony, kind of?
No.
No.
It's not as good as Smash, but it's really good.
Yeah.
It's the battles are really heated. You know all you really do is find items and you go around an arena. You can jump on their heads. You shoot arrows. There's just a lot of strategy to it and a lot of luck. I mean, I was spamming the arrows. Then you eventually run out, so you got to go grab the arrows off the wall and stuff, and hope that your buddy doesn't shoot you as you're grabbing the arrows. And it's just like super fun. I mean, I was hyped for Towerfall before it came out, and then the hype died down because I was restricted from downloading it because I was at college, but I still bought it through the internet browser for when I went home. And then I was like, okay, I hyped this up, and I haven't played it yet, so let's play this because we were bored of Knack at the time, so we started it up today, and we had a lot of fun playing it. You know.
Sure.
So Towerfall, I recommend that to PlayStation 4 owners for sure. I mean, if you already got through Plus and for free and you haven't played it, play it. If you haven't bought it yet, look into it and see what you think. But I'll just say I had a lot of fun playing Towerfall Ascension.
So, one thing you should get as a local experience that PS SharePlay will not do well is Sports Friends.
What? Sports Friends?
Friends.
I haven't heard about this, Tim.
Have you heard of the Johann Sebastian Joust game that works with PS3 and PS4 with the Move controller?
Nope.
So this was one of the revelations I had at PAX East and how awesome this was. I got to play this before it came out officially. And basically, Johann Sebastian Joust, you're basically moving the music, and the faster the music gets, the more leniency the motion of your controller can have. As it slows down, the more sensitive that movement is on your controller. The goal of the game is for like a group of whatever, 4 or a couple people to touch the other player, like touch their hand or body to make them move too much and get kicked out of the game. So it feels like a dance, feels like a bit of combat, feels like a bit of protection. It's a weird experience. You'll have certain moments in the audio where it'll tell you to freeze, There's no screen used in this at all. It's purely audio with the PS4 Move light bar kind of thing, or just a standard Move controller. And it's incredibly fun. I got to play this at PAX East, and it's out now as a bundle with Sports Friends. And you need a decent size area to play in, but it's amazing. Like, if there'd be a way to hook up a PS4 in outside in the woods, this would be the game to bring.
Okay.
So, it's amazing, yeah.
Sounds not like most other games I've played.
No,
but...
it's very different. It's the only game I'd say that the Move controller is appropriate for.
Actually, I'd say Okami HD, because Okami on Wii was a fantastic.
Yeah.
And Okami HD is beautiful as hell on PS3, and it has Move support.
Okay.
So I would consider that being a game to get a PlayStation Move for, because the motion controls for Okami just work so well.
Yeah, I will say Sports Friends was the first experience I had with Move that was good. So
You played Okami HD?
No, I've never played Okami.
Oh, I thought you just said you...
No, Sports
You thought that
Friends
was
is the
okay.
first
Oh, okay.
game I've ever played.
I wasn't
that
listening. I'm
had
sorry.
Yep. But, yeah, I think Move will get a big resurgence when Morpheus eventually comes out, because they're going to be doing Move as the main interface with Morpheus, to my understanding.
They could do a lot with that. They could use that as like a sword or something, like with the Morpheus.
Yeah, because
like that could work out.
The one thing I had a problem with
I'm not a huge fan of virtual reality stuff. I think it's just a gimmick.
Have you ever used the Oculus Rift?
No.
I was the same way that you were, Dan. All judgmental and negative. And then I went to PAX East and tried it, and I found so much delight in that setup that it's like, oh, I'm really excited. That was the
You were at PAX this year?
Yeah, I went to PAX this year.
Oh, I was probably laughing at you while you were using it. Then I was walking by, just going, "Guys, go play Go play Shovel Knight.
It was
leave us alone."
so fun. No, oh my gosh. So Morpheus was mind blowing, but the controller.
I was butthurt at the time about Facebook buying it.
I didn't care. It's like, okay, they own it. But the one thing with that Morpheus is, I had at that time not played many other consoles. So Xbox and these other consoles, the controller layout was a bit not in my head, and you don't have your eyesight to look at the controller down below you. So PlayStation's approach with Move would make it more natural. I feel if you had actually not having
a sword, like block and.
Let's have Star Wars Morpheus. I want a Jedi. Yeah, that. Finally, we can have the first.
That would be under EA though. That'd be under EA though, because they're doing all the Star Wars games.
I'll get the EA access for PlayStation, I guess. But, yeah, but possibly LucasArts would, or Disney would license out to a different company for that. Who knows?
Who knows? Because I think it has a lot of potential, but I'm still skeptical of it until I actually experience it myself.
You got another 2 years until Morpheus comes out, I'd say.
Yeah, Morpheus is
Holiday
early
2016.
on. Everyone's like, okay, Project Morpheus is going to come out next year. I'm like, it's not. Morpheus is not coming out next year.
No chance.
Just like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Because they're going to develop a great launch game to go with it. And, I think they have the holiday 2015 already booked up.
Uncharted 4
imagine
is
if
a big game
Naughty
for
Dog's
holiday.
next game has, amazing... it's playable without Morpheus support, but it's Morpheus supported. And it's a Last of Us sequel, and it's in Morpheus. That would be amazing. I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I'm just skeptical until I experience it myself. Until I see good things out of it.
As was I. But Dan,
I just look at it as a gimmick.
in the game, there was a mini little knight, like an action figure-sized knight, and I saw him run across the room. The other player was controlling him. He jumped on my knee, and there was a fake virtual knee of myself there, and a fake body of myself. And I saw him on my knee, and it felt like someone was on my knee physically because of how real it felt. And he jumped on my shoulder, and I could see this guy on my shoulder, and just running around me, and it was just so real, Dan. It's the most realism I've had in a cartoon world.
Okay. I'll have to believe you.
It is great.
I mean, I've heard tons of I've heard tons of positive things about Oculus from people who've touched it at PAX East. I was probably laughing at you, I I probably was sitting there laughing at
Yeah.
you while you were using it,
I will
not
tell you, it
realizing I'd be
was-
recording a podcast with you like 4
Yeah.
months later. But
I'll tell you, the line situation there was stupid. They basically set up where it encouraged a mad dash because they cut it off and then they had everyone run in once there was enough spots. Like, it wasn't just a slow trickle of, let's have one more as a slow trickle. Instead, it's like, no one can be in this area, wander around, and then, come back, and you might get lucky or something.
But Tim, Nintendo did it first. Virtual
What do you
Boy
mean?
up there. Nintendo did it first.
Oh, the Virtual Boy? Yeah, they did. They're innovators, I'll tell you. Oh, boy. So what's next on your list of things you've been playing this week?
All right, let's see. We got Tearaway. I started playing more Tearaway just because I wanted to play that game again, and it's super fun. Origins, Legends, Knack, Towerfall Ascension, just PlayStation. I started Road Not Taken, my August free game, and
Is that a
I don't like that
puzzle-
game.
a
I don't like
puzzle
that
game?
game. It's a really tough puzzle game. Yes.
Yeah?
It's really interesting. I mean, I don't. It's unique, but I just don't like Road Not Taken that much.
Okay.
It's frustrating as hell.
Now
It's
I'm
your
excited
August.
for Papers, Please. I can't wait till Papers, Please comes to Vita. That'll be great.
Yeah, apparently it's only coming to Vita.
That seems appropriate. I don't know.
I mean, because I remember saying that, like, people. This is
Seems
the
like a
weirdest
touchscreen
response
would-
because that's actually something I want to talk about. Is that the Vita is apparently dead now.
Pretty much.
I mean, but tons of good stuff is still coming to Vita. I mean,
By
just tons
indie developers.
and RPG developers. I mean, like Atlas and stuff are still bringing great in.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think Atlas are. A few publishers who are known for bringing over Japanese RPGs. Basically,
Persona
without them, we
5
wouldn't see them, like Xseed and stuff.
Is Persona
Um,
5 coming to Vita?
I have no idea. I'm not a Persona fan, so I don't know.
Okay. Good things.
I know Persona Q is coming to 3DS this year.
Right.
And I'm sure Persona fans are excited for that, and I think that's good for 3DS because the 3DS has been kind of dead lately. It's
Well,
gonna
you
build.
say that. We're getting Smash Brothers in less than a month in Japan.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I said lately. That's why I quoted lately because it's about to change with
And it
Smash,
had Shovel
Pokemon
Knights.
remakes,
Yeah.
the next
Shovel
gen,
Knight. Yep.
third generation remakes. You don't know how awesome. All right, I'm just gonna simply say this. There's nothing better than Pokemon remakes. Fire Red and Leaf Green are amazing. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The last good Pokemon games I really invested time in. I mean, Black and White were good. Black and White 2 were okay. And X and Y were pretty good for what I played,
I
but
love that. Yeah.
but Heart Gold and Soul Silver were just awesome. And I'm not saying that because it's based off second generation. The
No, I
games were
played
just
Soul
good.
Silver. It was really good.
Yeah, they were really good. The Pokemon remakes are great. So, don't look at this. Don't look at this as just a remake of the Game
I
Boy
just want
Advance
them.
ones.
I
This
want
is
them
this is gonna be a big deal.
to come out with the Poke Walker 2 for the remakes.
The Poker Walker 2.
Yeah, be great.
Who knows? Maybe it'll happen. They got that Wii Fit meter now.
They do. You wear it every day. It's fantastic.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's great.
Does that add to your game or something?
It does. It's challenges.
I
You
watched.
can-
I
go and
watched the
watch
Wii
more.
Fit U Direct, and I was super sold on that game.
I love it. I spent like 100 hours in that game already.
And I was going. Okay, this is one thing that pisses me off. I mean, I know this is Nintendo talk and this is a PlayStation, but
Yes,
I
we'll
don't,
get back to
I don't,
that
I don't
very
care. We're on.
shortly.
I don't care. We're on that topic now. One thing that really annoyed me about that is, buy the Wii Fit meter, you get Wii Fit U for free. You can keep that digital one for free.
Yeah, awesome.
And I was like, yes, okay, I'm definitely getting that meter because
So awesome.
this is awesome. That sounds really cool. I feel it'd be really useful, but I couldn't find it anywhere. That meter,
Yeah, it was a treasure hunt, Dan. You had to know where to go.
I looked everywhere for it.
They had it at Toys R Us's.
I looked for it everywhere. I couldn't find
and
it.
it was online.
It's available now. I just saw it at Walmart
yeah.
the other day, but
It was a treasure hunt, Dan. You had to go on a treasure hunt for it.
so I never got it.
Oh,
It was bullshit. So I don't have Wii Fit U.
Hey, watch that language, man. You don't say it, crap. Come on.
Okay,
Just saying.
all right. I'm sorry.
Class it up, man. Okay.
It's bull
Yes.
crap.
Bull crap. There you go.
There we go.
Don't have
So
to
enough
change the tag
Nintendo talk.
explicit on this one, but
Enough Nintendo
yeah.
talk. I'm just saying I've been liking my Vita lately. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I've
So
actually been
anything
using
else
it.
you've been playing that you want to mention?
Um, I don't really know. I mean, like, I've been playing tons. I've been saying this all week, too. I'm like, wow, I'm going to be saying I've been playing a lot of games. Because last week I just said I just played The Last of Us Remastered. This week, I didn't even play The Last of Us Remastered. I played the Rayman games, Knack, Towerfall, Tearaway, just tons of Vita stuff in general.
Now, have you played the... You haven't played The Last of Us multiplayer, then? Like, you haven't been diving into that head first?
I know I said I was going to. I have not dived into the multiplayer yet.
Okay.
I didn't get around to it. I'm kind of breaking for the game right now because I did just play
You
it
need a
twice in
breath
a row.
of fresh air. You know?
I did just play it twice in a row and then went on a treasure hunt for everything and got all the treasures. So I mean, I do kind of need a break
you've had
from
your
it.
share.
I mean, I'll get back into it, but I mean, I'm actually closer to the platinum in the PS4 version than the PS3 version now. Which is
cool.
mind-blowing to me because I didn't think that in the PS4 version I'd be closer to platinuming it than the PS3 version, but I gotta give myself applause for that. I did a lot of hard work there.
There you go. So,
Jeez.
is there anything else left to discuss? I mean, there was all that Gamescom stuff that we kind of cleared out already.
Yeah, we cleared up the Gamescom stuff and clubs Gamescom, and honestly, that was really interesting because honestly, I had a lot of Xbox stuff on my mind at the time, so that was really cool that you invited the Xbox guys in because you know,
absolutely.
I'm trying to experiment more on my Xbox, but I will agree with you. Deals of Gold is starting to turn out to be a great thing.
$25 for Titanfall this week.
Yeah, that is a great deal. That's the thing.
And
Is
$15 for Metal Gear Ground Zero.
well, technically, I got Titanfall free because I still had
Bundle,
to pay
yeah.
$500 for the console.
Sure.
So, but I will simply say, for people who paid $60 for it, I don't know how they feel about if they got their money's worth. But I will say, Titanfall for $25, X1 owners,
Great.
I would jump on that deal. That's a
I
great
paid
deal.
$40 a month ago when it was on deals on Gold then, and now
Okay.
it's $25. But I feel like I got $15 worth of payment out of the past month.
Which actually brings up another thing: is Titanfall 2 is definitely coming to PS4.
Has that been announced?
That was announced at E3, dude.
No, it's been under the table kind of.
No, look it up. I'm not making it up. During E3, they said Titanfall 2 is coming to PS4.
Really?
It's already confirmed. This is old news, Tim.
10 hours ago, Titanfall 2 in the works, says E Insider.
10 hours ago. Jesus Christ.
This is a VC venture capital post. Man, let's see. Fans will just wait until it comes. Yeah,
It's coming to PS4, Tim. EA learned it pretty much. Learned it was a mistake, and I think it's cool that we're gonna have Titanfall on PlayStation. Just saying.
I feel like this will always be in my heart an Xbox game, kind of like how Tomb Raider. In my
I'm
heart's
just gonna
always gonna be a
simply
PlayStation
tell
game.
you. I'm just gonna simply tell you, Tim. It's probably gonna be shown next year at E3. Sadly, I know that's
Sadly?
too soon.
Too
It's
soon.
too soon, Tim. Come on, too soon. Next year is too soon, but they're gonna show it next year. It's gonna be 2016 release. I'm already predicting it.
Yeah,
It's gonna be 2016 release.
yeah. That game will, in my heart, will always be an Xbox game.
So you would buy Titanfall 2 for Xbox One?
If it came out in 2016, sure. Especially, or 2015 even.
I'd get it for PS4. I get it for PS4.
Especially
That's
if it
just
had
me.
well, it's an Xbox game. Come on.
Right now, it's an Xbox game. I agree, but
Well, it's like how Tomb Raider, that franchise began on PlayStation and feels like it's a PlayStation franchise.
Titanfall 1 was Titanfall was originally supposed to come to PS4.
Sure it was.
No, there's evidence that it was
Okay.
actually going to come to PS4. But Microsoft and EA finally signed an agreement that it would stay exclusive forever
Yeah.
to
But,
Xbox One. But then again, Mass Effect was originally supposed to be exclusive forever, and by the end of the generation, it's now on PS3 in the trilogy. So,
And I got
knows?
the third game on my Wii U.
well, Mass Effect 1, I meant. Mass Effect
Oh.
1 was an Xbox 360 exclusive. Mass
Well, you get
Effect
around
2,
that by if it's a bundle as a trilogy, you're not selling just the first game. That's how you get around that.
Yeah, that's why the PS3 version didn't come out with the 360 version because they had to develop it for the. They had to develop port it to
Hmm.
PlayStation
So
properly. So
one thing that would definitely get me to buy the game is if it has a proper single player campaign. Because there's a lot of backstory and story I'd like
I
to
will
see.
say, I think they'll add that because I think they got a lot of crap for no single player campaign.
Because there's such a great world to that game that I think would be very much enjoyed, especially in the first game of its franchise. You kind of need that backstory to have the emotional attachment to the characters, as I have with the Last of Us characters, or say the Halo characters, So. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I just think that Titanfall will eventually be like not one, obviously. Two is definitely coming to PS4. They've said it pretty much. Titanfall 1 was a huge success. So
yeah.
so it's just weird to think that it's losing a big franchise for it. Because let's be
Of
honest,
a huge
right
franchise.
now
That is
Titanfall is pretty
yeah,
much like the only thing that really released on it since launch. So
that's inaccurate, but
okay, fight me, Tim, fight me, do it,
I mean, yeah, Forza, uh,
Tim. That was a launch title. I said since launch.
since launch.
Yes.
Your
Well,
Tomb Raider Definitive Edition.
okay, that's on
um,
PS4 as well, but
you're talking about? Yeah, sure it is.
yeah. Oh, you think I'm making it up? I got it right here, Tim.
Oh, I know you do.
Physical
What's?
copy. I know how much you love those.
Oh, I don't like those.
You love those, Tim. But Rise of the Tomb Raider is exclusive to Xbox One.
It
Times
is.
though, but
It
still.
is.
Oh my god, that's
Like a year
ridiculous.
exclusive, I think, right? Yeah.
Probably a year, maybe 6 months.
That's a long.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Garden Warfare style, where it's exclusive for like
Garden Warfare
6 months.
came out, Mister Smarty Pants on Xbox One, like a
Well, that
long
was
time ago.
yeah. No, that was like came out earlier this year. It came out in like March, didn't it?
Yeah, so there you go. That's one of them. What else? I'm looking through the list here.
Really? Garden.
There's a lot of games.
Oh my god.
A lot of games for Xbox.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know. You brought it up.
Oh my god. All I know,
Uh,
I was just saying, I was pretty hyped that Titanfall 2 was coming to PS4. That's all.
okay, fair enough.
I'm just hyped for that.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's not cross-gen bullshit. Like, oh, sorry, bull crap. Sorry,
You
Tim.
gotta keep it clean. I can't just. I have to I don't want explicit.
All right.
Clean gaming. All ages are welcome.
Okay. Bull crap. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'll use the Connect to give you penalties, as some sports games will do.
Actually, I was thinking about this funny today. How like I'm actually starting to really enjoy my PS4, even though I've been crapping on it a lot lately.
It's great for games. Are you using for stuff outside of games?
I mean like Towerfall. I've been playing that. Even just playing co-op Knack with my friend was fun. The Last of Us was a great experience for me. I mean, it was the same game, just remastered, but that was really fun playing on there.
Yeah.
Doing remote play stuff is entertaining. I'm starting to use my PS4 a little bit more, so I started thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
What if a punishment was I got locked in a room with only one of my consoles, and I was forced to
Oh
play that
man.
console?
Oh man.
I couldn't play any of them. Like the Wii U, I'd be saying, okay, that's not a punishment. You're an idiot. The Vita, I'd be fine with. My 3DS, I'd be fine with. My PS4, I'd survive. My Xbox One, Microsoft would be smiling because I'd be buying tons of games in 10 minutes if I was locked in there for like a week with just an Xbox One.
Well, the Xbox One, I'd probably most want to get locked in the room with because I could watch all my video stuff.
Well, no, I was just thinking because I would get bored with Titanfall in a few hours,
Well, you jump between Titanfall.
and that's all I got right now. Besides the Games of Gold stuff.
I've got the most games for. Oh, I got the Wii U as the biggest library for me, but then
Biggest library for me is my Wii U.
Yeah, I've got a good 30 to 40 games, retail games for it.
So I'm sitting there thinking, like, okay, the Xbox One would be pretty much the only thing would be bad for me if I got locked in a room with. Because
I've got a good 10 games for the Xbox One probably.
Yeah, I know. You enjoy Forza, right?
Yeah, Forza I'm loving. So I got Forza, I got Titanfall, I've got Wolfenstein, which I haven't even touched yet. I got Garden Warfare, I've got Metal Gear Ground Zero, and
Did you,
much others.
Tim? Did you buy that on Deals of Gold?
$15, man. It's $30 for a physical
Tim,
copy. Yeah,
Tim,
15
it's a
bucks. I bought it.
demo. It's seriously a demo Konami is selling.
It's hey, I look at it this way. You probably pay $20 for Left Behind, right? Roughly. Is that $20 for Left Behind? How much did you pay for that?
I paid 15.
Okay, so a similar length experience, if not longer.
No,
With,
you can beat Ground Zero in like 20 minutes.
I'm not going to do that though. I'm going to spend like 3 or 4 hours in it. The people that beat in 15 minutes are idiots that just run through the game without doing anything. Sure, you can speed play Mario
But
1 and beat it in 5
literally a
minutes.
demo. Tim, it's literally a demo they were selling.
I don't care.
They were literally selling a demo.
I don't care. For $15,
They were going all EA glitch on that.
I
Remember
don't
that
care,
on
Dan.
Xbox One?
Stop being a negative Nancy. For $15,
No.
it's a quality
No.
game that, $15, I'm comfortable paying that much for what it is. I bought it knowing what it is and the length of it.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
I'm
Well,
comfortable with that.
then if you didn't like it, that'd be your fault at that point. But
Yeah, I
mean,
knew what I was walking into, and for $15, sure, that's a.
I mean, not everyone knew what they were walking into, though. If you think about it,
I fully
they
am aware.
saw Metal
Yeah.
Gear. They saw Metal Gear for $30, and they're like, "Oh, nice, getting that."
Now, do you
On
think
my
this
nice
Ground
new PS4. Nope.
Do you think
It's
Ground
like-
Zero will be included with Metal Gear 5 when it comes out next year?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'll be curious if that happens or not.
It probably will. I mean, it's supposed to prep up Metal Gear Solid 5, right?
It's like a prequel to it, almost. I don't know.
You see, I don't really know anything about the Metal Gear series. I don't know the
I've
story,
never
but
played
Metal Gear fans
the
are
game.
big on it. Like they
I've
say, it
never
has a
played
good-
one.
They say the story in the Metal Gear games are really good. They all link really well. And considering it's all like Kojima pretty much does nowadays, besides that Silent Hill game he's working on.
Yep.
Or sorry, Silent Hills. I
Did
should
you
say.
play the PT?
It
yet?
must be pretty good. No, I'm not touching that. I hear it's scary.
Well, it is scary.
I'm not touching it.
I hear
I
you
don't like
go
scary
around
stuff.
the room and enter the room again, and things change every time.
I'm not
And,
touching that. No, Tim.
it's
That's
free.
creepy.
It's free.
I don't care, Tim. It's scary.
Playable teaser is what that stands for, by the way.
Yeah, Konami's doing that a lot lately.
I like that.
Selling demos and stuff.
For free, they're selling a free demo. Oh,
Okay, that one PT is free, but Ground Zeroes, oh man, I think that's ridiculous. That's just me.
Well, Dan, can I ask this again? Have you played this? Just like I asked you, did you play on the Oculus Rift?
No.
Did you play Ground Zero? No. So I would say, do not mock what you have not tried. After you've played it and feel it's crappy, then give me your feedback, because,
Tim,
I feel it's unfair. to
Tim,
mock
it's a
someone you
demo.
haven't experienced.
Tim, it's a demo of Metal Gear
I
Solid
will play
5.
it and let you know, but don't cast the stone until you've read your own book.
I'm still saying it's a demo Metal Gear Solid 5. And I was so annoyed by it because here I am with my PS4 with this game releasing, and I'm just like, why? Why couldn't this be something else? That's just me. That's just me.
It's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing.
I guess it's better than nothing, but I mean, I'm just like, I'm sitting here with my Xbox One and PS4, Tim. I'm just like, when will you be like my Wii U and actually have a backlog?
Well, the Wii U is an older console. It's got a good year head start on it, so.
A lot of people say that.
In a year, give us your update, Dan. In a year, give us your update with that.
All right, I agree, but before November of the Wii U's first year, the Wii U actually had more games out for it than PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah, that's true. Well, September and
I've
August were
reviewed
huge
it.
months.
I'm big on this topic, Tim, because
August was
it
a
just
huge month.
frustrates me how the Wii U gets so much criticism, but these two machines are selling just because they're powerful and they don't have any games right now.
Well, I'll tell you, I talked about this on Club Xbox the other day. I was at work and somehow came to the topics that.
Oh yeah, with your coworker. Yeah, I watched Club Xbox last night.
And Xbox
Yeah.
One still has a very negative connotation with the general public.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about that with my friend today. I was just like, the PS4 is the 360 of this generation.
Well, that's interesting you say that because the end of the generation, PS3 became the must-have system, and the Xbox 360 kind of fell apart. Right?
I think that's why people are getting PS4. Just because the PS3
Well, do you
had a
think by
better...
the end of this generation, Xbox One will be the must-have system, PS4 will fall apart?
That would be
Well, that
amazing.
happens.
That would be amazing. You know why? Because it shows that Microsoft is fighting back. And that's what they're doing. That's why I like their Gamescom conference better than Sony's, because Microsoft was hitting back hard.
And their monthly updates are furious. They are just
I think those are cool. They're
furious.
constantly making it more user-friendly. They obviously gave us an update on their exclusive games. They actually are showing exclusive games. They're working with certain developers making exclusive games on Xbox One, giving people more of a reason to have an Xbox One. I'm sorry, but there was no exclusives on Xbox 360. There
Now,
wasn't.
we should mention Tokyo Game Show that's been announced. Sony's going to be there announcing new stuff, so I'll be curious what that is.
Oh yeah,
So,
they said. Oh yeah, they said. I actually can't believe I wrote this down, and I can't believe I forgot about it until you just mentioned it. They said they took stuff out of their Gamescom presentation and put it in their Tokyo Game Show one.
That might be a huge show for Sony. Is
Usually
Microsoft
they don't go
planning on
big.
attending?
I don't know. They'd
'Cause
be
I
cool
can
if they
see
did.
that being a blowout for the new Platinum game.
Scalebound, yes, Scalebound. I'm
Like,
more
they could
excited
have
for
an event in
Scalebound
Yeah, they
than
have an
any
event in
PS4. Never mind Uncharted 4. Okay, besides Uncharted 4, I'm excited for Scalebound more than any PS4 game.
Because Sony could have Microsoft could have a huge just scalebound blowout at Tokyo Game Show. That's all they could do, and that'd be awesome. You know.
That is definitely a 2015 release, and I don't know when that's releasing. I mean, Kamiya did just finish the Wonderful 101 last summer. Like, end of last July he finished. So he's probably been working on Scalebound for about a year now.
I'd say it'd probably come out August, September timeframe. Kind of like
I
the
would say it's
Wonderful
going to come
101
out next fall. Not this fall, obviously. Or
Yeah.
not spring, not summer. It's going to come out next fall. Scalebound.
Yeah, I'd say September or August is my best bet.
And I'm excited for that because, honestly, we just saw a CGI trailer. We know nothing about the game. We don't even know what genre
does
it
great
is.
work, so I'm curious what he does.
Yeah. Kamiya makes great games, and I trust him. So I love Okami. I love Bayonetta. I love the Wonderful 101. He makes great stuff, and I'm just excited. And he has a good resume. He worked on
Definitely.
he worked on Devil May Cry 1, Beautiful Joe 1, supervised Beautiful Joe 2, I believe. Supervising Bayonetta 2, and the first game he directed was Resident Evil 2, and he had a huge part in the Resident Evil series when he worked on Capcom. Worked at Capcom.
Do you know when Drive Club's being released? When is that happening?
October,
It's October. Okay.
and we're getting it free to him.
I'm very excited about that because this year we've got Forza Horizon 2 on Xbox One. We've got The Crew, and we have Drive Club. Those are three very similar games, and I think I'm just going to play The Crew this fall.
The Crew, for the
Or
genre, I
Drive
don't
Club,
like.
I mean. Sorry, Drive Club's what I meant to say.
Well, I will say The Crew though seems like a very interesting game in terms of the idea.
Well, I just wish the idea was more fleshed out. Like, I want them to make the entire road system of the United States, like Google Maps, and put that in a game. I want to take, like, a month to drive across the country. Like, I want that to be
I
a
will
game.
say, The Crew is not coming to PS3, but it's coming to 360.
That, to my understanding, is because 360 is more similar CPU and graphics card wise to this gen
to this gen.
And
Yeah,
PS3
the
is so custom.
the PS3 is so different. That's why it had such a bad start.
And Wii U
Developers
is so custom
didn't want.
as well.
Yeah, Wii U is pretty custom, like the PS3.
Yeah.
I don't know why Japanese developers are like that, but they are. But
You mean hardware makers are like that?
well, yeah, the Japanese dudes. But the 360 is so similar to the next gen in terms of the way it's built. I mean, it's not like powerful enough. I mean,
Right, it's easier to port down to it though.
yeah. So obviously they can make easy money if they put the Crew on 360.
Sure.
So that's what they're doing, but it's not PS3. So I will allow that to be on your reason to get the PS4 list because it's exclusive to PlayStation Next Gen. If you're a PlayStation guy,
Accurate. Yeah.
I allow that. I allow Assassin's Creed Unity
Mm-hmm.
because
Special.
that's a next gen only game. So if you aim more towards PlayStation,
Alien Isolation is just next gen.
is that still coming this year?
Oh yeah, it's October.
Okay, I will allow that.
It's gonna be awesome.
I will not allow you to say Destiny because that's coming to PS3.
So,
So
Alien Isolation is coming to 360
oh well,
and PS3, but the version to have is going to be on next gen. Dan, it's gonna look
okay,
spectacular.
but then I'm still not allowing it, Tim.
But it's still the reason to upgrade because it's going to be the most spectacular game you've played all year on your PS4.
I hope
Because
so.
that light bar, Dan,
Watch
that
it
light bar is
actually.
going to change everything.
Watch it actually become the best game I play this year. I'm just sitting here laughing at you through all these podcasts.
If you
and
like
actually,
The Last of Us, I don't see how in the world you would not love this game.
I don't know.
Because
it
the
never looked like.
atmosphere is going to be like it's going to be very atmospheric as The Last of Us. It's going to have some cool characters. It won't have a nice two-person relationship thing that Last of Us does so well.
I
But
know,
it's
I know,
got a
I know.
lot of
I mean,
shared elements.
I'm sure it's going to be a really good game, but I don't think it's going to be a day one buy for me. I already got tons of day one buys for me this fall. I got especially October. Oh my god, October's gonna be crazy. I got Fantasy Life on 3DS. I got Smash 3DS. I got Bayonetta 2, Sunset Overdrive, because I definitely need a Xbox One game by then. Jesus. I'm already going dry with it, so that's why I purchased Dead Rising 3, and that's coming in. We're gonna co-op that with my friend, like Knack. So and then November, I got Smash, Captain Toad, and Halo Collection, and Pokemon, which all
No
those,
GTA 5 for you.
which all of those, from what it seems, besides Captain Toad, I'm gonna want to invest a lot of time in. So I got plenty of stuff to play just from fall releases. You know.
Yeah, I'll delay a lot of the ones you're saying to make room for Alien Isolation because I'm so excited for this.
Well, you see, I don't know if John is still watching this, but I'm really excited for the Halo collection because I just want to see what this is about. I just want to see what this giant fandom is about.
I have no idea. It's all
It's
a
the one
mystery.
franchise that carried the Xbox 360.
And I've never
So-
played one.
I mean, I never played one either, so this collection seems perfect for me considering I have an X1. So,
Pretty awesome. So, anyways, I think
So-
that's a wrap. Anything else you
all right, all
mention
right,
before closing out?
all right. Let me just make sure. No, all I'm just gonna simply say is tons of PC games are coming to PS4. I'm serious.
That's a good thing, right?
Yes, I think that's a good thing. I mean, they're that identical. You're starting to see more Xbox One games are getting PC games, but PS4 is
bound to
getting way
happen.
more.
Yeah.
PS4 is getting way more. Actually, believe it or not, the PS4 has a lot of console exclusive titles. That meaning they're on PC as well. So it's kind of weird. I mean, like, how identical is a PS4 to a gaming PC?
They're close.
Like, because people are just porting them over like it's no problem.
I mean, Xbox
Even
One's
even
pretty
all these
similar, too.
Kickstarters, even all these Kickstarters are saying for stretch goal, the first stretch goal is a PS4. Like Wii U is like last, Xbox One sometimes is on there, sometimes isn't. Like so it's just like I've actually was thinking about that today.
Well, they did what they needed to do after PS3. They made a box that was as easy to access for developers as possible.
Okay.
They learned from the PS3 mistakes, basically.
Yeah, I will say that they definitely did, and I honestly think there's more to it than it's just the 360 of the gen, and it's the popular buy. I don't think it's all the Xbox One's reputation that's making it like not sell the way the PS4 is. I think Sony learned from their mistakes, and Microsoft will learn from their mistakes this gen.
They already have been.
Oh yeah, they've already fixed like most of them. That's what I love about it. I mean, if you knew me like 2 years ago, Tim, okay, realistically more maybe like a year and a half ago, I would not be praising Xbox like I am right now.
If you knew me 6 months ago, I would be in the same position.
I mean, honestly, I feel they're doing everything right to compete, and I love how they're firing back at the PlayStation 4. And honestly, I think this is going to be a good generation because the sales show it. I mean, they were up like 80% from the previous gen, but that's not
And
what I mean.
well, this
The
generation,
competition is so great, so it's going to be good for the consumer.
and I feel all of these boxes are in a position where they're much more able to be OS upgraded in better and bigger ways than the last generation was capable of. You know, we had big upgrades with 360 PS3 as far as the OS improving, but I feel this generation's even more so that ability for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so proud of what I've seen out of Microsoft this year because it's a different Microsoft. It's
Totally.
they're not the same. I mean, they were so
Phil
cocky
Spencer
last year.
is, yeah.
He's a great leader. And I think he's doing a great job because Microsoft is nothing like they were a year ago when Don Matrick was under control. Nothing like
They
it.
were funny to
Oh my
watch last
god,
year.
that was such a
They were
such a joke.
primetime comedy, man. That was
Such
like,
a joke last year. I
it
mean,
was a running thing on Club Nintendo about.
I mean,
what's
even
Xbox
watching
Series is.
watching Major Nelson trying to defend these decisions because he has to was
Yeah.
hilarious. Was so
Now-
hilarious. I mean, he seems like a really cool guy,
Yeah.
but I mean, you know, he just his Twitter is just mainly praising Xbox all the time. But
Pretty
other than that, I mean, he seems like a really cool guy. I met him. He was very nice to me and everything.
You met
he
him
was a
in
real-
which context?
Huh?
At which event?
PAX East.
Okay.
I met him at PAX East this year, and
Oh,
I
he was
told
there.
I told him I bought an Xbox One, and he said, "Oh, that's awesome." He's just like, "I didn't get a 360, so it was kind of new to me." And he's like, "Oh, why not?" He says, "Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm more of a Nintendo PlayStation guy." And he says, I wasn't really impressed. There wasn't really a lot of exclusives I was interested in because I'm not big on shooters, but." Which, ironically, I know I just said I'm not big on shooters, but the game that made me get an Xbox One was Titanfall. And he
Yep.
said, oh yeah,
Now
Titanfall
Halo.
is an amazing game. And then I said, yeah, I really liked it. And then I also liked how you guys announced that Sunset Overdrive game, and that was an exclusive Insomniac title. He said, oh yeah, that's going to be a great title. You're going to be hearing a lot more about that soon. And I don't know if you remember, at the time, we knew nothing about Sunset Overdrive.
Right.
Nothing. We haven't even seen gameplay. So, it was a big deal. And he was right. Like literally 2 weeks later, we saw gameplay, and I was like hyped for it. And
Yeah.
everyone was talking about Sunset Overdrive. So so it built up the hype, and it looks great. I'm really hyped for Sunset Overdrive. I'm hyped that E3 announced so many different exclusive stuff and games and everything. Like Scalebound was my biggest thing. Just hearing Hideki Kamiya's name at E3 conference.
At a
I
Microsoft
literally
conference.
I literally spit Coke all over my sister's dog. I was like, whoops. I was just like, Hideki Kamiya, what?
I'd
and-
expect that from Sony, not.
Which is actually funny because
Microsoft.
it was rumored that Microsoft was going to do an exclusive Platinum game, just like Nintendo has been doing.
Yeah.
And I think they did just because Nintendo did it, to be honest.
Sure, copy best.
So,
Anyways, I think that's a wrap. Where can folks find you on the interwebs, Mr. Dan?
you can find me at my Twitter handle. I changed it this week because Tim stole my original one. It's at Naughty Dog for Life. I know. I gotta keep the joke running, Tim.
No, you don't. You gotta stop.
John kept it running last night, so I have to keep it running.
Did you listen to the show? Because I did cut out the negative comment towards John.
Negative
In the-
con. Wait,
in
what's
the
the
audio version.
wait? What's the? Oh, the John sucks thing.
Yeah, I cut that out.
Oh, come on, that was gold.
I just, didn't want to leave it on that note. That would be,
John sucks, and then just ended.
yeah. I gotta have something after that.
I didn't. I watched the video versions, Tim. So I don't really know how these get edited. But like I was saying,
So you're at Naughty Dog for Life on Twitter, and on PSN and other platforms, you're at Pikmologist. So
Pikmologist, Pikmologist. That's for PSN, Miiverse, and my Xbox Live gamer tag. A week ago, I would be telling you to you feel free to add me on all three of them, and I would get back to you on Xbox probably in a month. But I'm actually checking it constantly now, so if you added me right
Cool.
now, I'd probably add you in a few hours because I'm trying to experiment more with all three consoles.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
I have all three. I might as well try to be using them. But add me on Miiverse or PSN. I'll definitely respond to you right away. But please let me know if you're a fan of the show or if you follow me on Twitter or something. I don't add just random people. You can let me know through Twitter or
Only I add just random people. Yeah, that's my deal.
yeah. Tim is desperate for friends, so he does that. But
So,
yeah,
I just want to make an announcement. Finally, iTunes got their crap together, and Club PlayStation is now available for subscription in iTunes as an audio podcast. Go subscribe today. Do it right now. While you're in there, I would really, really love it if you could write a short little review or rate the show. That does help visibility in iTunes. I would love to get more visible in iTunes there. So search for Club PlayStation. It should be visible now, as well as Club Steam. So those are now in there, along with Club Nintendo and Club Xbox. So go rate and review all four of those if you have the time, and that would be most appreciated. And yeah, hope you enjoy the audio versions. It's a nice, convenient way to watch or listen to those. And we are on Twitter at Club PS Podcast. And my user handle everywhere is at TCHATEN. That's good for Twitter, Instagram, Miiverse, PSN, XBL, all the normal places. And you can watch the shows live every Saturday night starting around 8 p.m. Eastern. Every Saturday night over at youtube.com/TCHATEN. And if you follow the Twitter account for Club PlayStation, I'll tweet out a direct link to the Google Hangouts version of that where you can send in live questions and things like that. So follow that account, and if you're into gaming, also check out Club Xbox Friday nights, Club Steam, and Club Nintendo on Sunday nights. All that starts up around 8 p.m. On the appropriate days. So thanks for watching and listening. We'll be back next time for Club PlayStation.
where we'll
Level
be
5.
talking about who knows more
And
hype
in between
on,
now and then, we'll have a Last of Us spoiler cast. So stay
Oh
tuned.
yeah, that's next. Last of Us spoiler cast.
Stay tuned for that.
So that'd be great.
Do not watch or listen if you have not played the game.
Oh yeah, that'd be your
Fair
fault.
warning.
We'll be warning them in that anyways at
Yes.
the beginning. So
So have a good one.
that'd be a lot
Bye.
of fun though.
Yes, absolutely. So have a good night. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.